I also know the curse that they actually say to these people. Like, I know how much I cursed the guy who duped me the last time I was duped. I know how much I cursed the girl who duped me the last time. You understand? So I know the spiritual implication. I know the physical implication. I know the implication through the authority. So I knew that all around it was wrong. And it's something that I don't want to ever be engaged with.
Did you talk to him about it? Did you try to
No.
ask him why he was because
we fought, actually. Trying to talk about it, we fought. I woke up one night, I'd already started suspecting the Yahoo thing. Seriously, when I came back, because we lived together before I traveled out of the country. Before I got married to after I got married till I traveled out of the country, we were living together in my house in Lekki. Opposite Mikio, where he said is a lie, but we were living there. His mother also came to that house and lived with us. Every one of us left that house to my wedding. All of us left that same house to my introduction. My two introductions, they were way far apart. Maybe the beginning of the month and the wedding was like the end of the month. So to tell you how many months that we stayed together in that house. So if he said that he didn't stay in that I didn't house him, I mean, it's fine. It's the male ego thing. You know, oh, a girl helped you out. You don't want to say the girl helped you. I mean, it's fine. That's not what I'm even after. You know, the day I found out for real that he was Yahoo was in the middle of the night. He had not come back home that day, and I had gone to sleep. I did not know that they had already opened up the door for him to come into the house. So I heard some noise upstairs. So I said, oh, let me check up who is there, because I didn't expect that anybody was going to be upstairs.
Okay.
I went in and I saw my son's father, unbelievably, sitting down in the middle of red candles with a red pant and a laptop in his hand. You see, when Churchill said that my marriage was actually like a script, he was not lying. He was not lying.
In the middle
of his room. That was the first day I actually confirmed it. I know that he's diabolic because he has like a little drawer above his clothes cabinet where his mother would sneak in. The only time I actually really got offended with his mother really was anytime she snuck in jars into my home. Anytime she snuck into a fetish artifacts into my home. And there were so many. In the space of 10 months, I think we got a visit from her like 5 times. And she would stay for like maybe 2 weeks. And in the whole 2 weeks, it would be spiritual battle. It would be one spiritual person coming to the house. Sometimes I would just take my son and run away out of the house. This is not the first time I left the marriage. I've left the marriage when the marriage was 5 months. I've left the marriage when the marriage was 3 months. I've left the marriage even before I left. More like 3 times I've left the marriage.
So during this time, he had his own room?
Yes, we had separate rooms because I've never lived with anybody before, apart from once when I came into Lagos, and then I was totally broke. And I had no other option but to live with someone. So I don't know how to live with people. So I opted for my own room, so he has his own room. If we have to see, we come to each room. You know, so it was more like in fact, he was a stranger to me. Till today, he's still a stranger because I don't even know where he's from. Because he lied so much on Basenja is my father. He lied so much on Basenja's people are my people that I know that when I caught him, he was so embarrassed. So we never brought up that topic again. It was only this picture of his father. This picture of his father was given to me. This is the first time I ever saw this man was after we divorced. I never even knew that he had stepsisters or step family. I never knew that his father has other family or he even has brothers and sisters. The first time I got to know about this man was through a DM message that his stepsister sent to me. Said, "This is my father. This is our father."
And this was after the wedding?
This was after I left his house, after the whole internet thing started coming up. That was the only way they could get access to me to send me this.
Oh, so what did he tell you about his family beforehand, aside from the Obasanjo story?
That was all. After the Obasanjo story, we got married. I traveled out to go and give birth. We'd never settled down as a family. to have this discussion. You know, as a married man, you say, you know what, let me give this guy space. Maybe later on, I will talk to him about it. It's not the right time. I will talk to him. It's a marriage. You never believe that the marriage is going to end tomorrow. You always say you have a lifetime to find out the truth. I never found out the truth until today.
So the situation where you walked
where I walked in, yes, and we had a fight.
Reaction?
I screamed first of all. Then I started to laugh. Then he got up and said, why are you here? Why are you here? Leave my room. He started pushing me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go here because you're going to explain this thing to me. If I have to shout for the neighborhood to wake up, the neighborhood is going to wake up. You know? So we had a fight that night and I went. And you see, the thing about domestic violence is that some women are strong. When you hit me, I hit you. When you push me, I push you. You feel like you're fighting your friend. You won't even, because sometimes you get so deluded that you will not even remember that you are being abused. It's like, oh, you know what, you did me this, I did you back. Because then when he hit me, I would go, the only thing he cared about were his clothing, were his properties. It's a physical thing. So I would go and gather all those things. I would either burn them, or I would either break them, or I would make sure that he felt the kind of pain that I felt. So in my mind, our pains were equal.
Oh.
That's why the domestic violence thing did not sink in on time. That I was being beaten. If my mind was like, no, he did me that, I did him back. Nah, look at him. That was, you understand? That was the whole idea, but it was much more than that. But so when I found out that thing, that's when I knew that he was into fraud. And before then, a little bit of here and there. Like the house that we lived in, the rented one. The one that he said that he bought, which he didn't buy. It was a rented apartment that came with everything, by the way. The receipts for the payment was not even in his name. The company that paid for that rent was not even his company. The company's name is Bibris. This is the conversation between I and the agent.
Okay.
When you say that is the account.
Yeah.
Bibris account, that's the account that paid the 16 million, 8 million per year, that paid the 16 million for this thing. So, you know, when I started finding out all these little things, even the car was not in his name.
That's the white Prado.
Yes. Then at some point, he now got explaining to me that how they move this money. Sometimes you do a scam, the money can't get straight to Nigeria, but it can get you properties, it can get you valuables that you can ship in. So it's more like cleaning out the Yahoo money. That's why it's easy for them to buy cars, but it's hard for them to own a house. My son's father never owned even in a savings account. When we went broke, we went broke to nothing, even 100 naira. I have a few. I said something about me paying for my wedding, and that was true.
Yes.
For my bride price to the whole wedding, and that's true. Like I told you how the Yahoo season comes. They're out for maybe 5 months and they get money. But by the time they get money, they want to make up for that 5 months. So instead of him reinvesting.
But before we go into the wedding, just so that we don't miss this part, I have a question. So yes, you knew about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and you already had your son. But why did you keep coming back? You had fights, you left 5 months, and then you come. Why did you keep coming back?
Because everybody said I was going to have a broken home. It was the whole thing. It was the whole idea everybody put in my head. I wanted to make this work. I didn't just want to. I knew that I was going to walk away by December, even before that fight. Like I told you, it was already, that December was already brewing. It was already brewing so many things. He had already traveled with that girl. He didn't come back. He left him and his son. So many. It's irrelevant. I really don't think I want to talk about her. But then, it was so many things. So I knew I was going to leave by that December, whether the fight happened or not. But it had to be a build-up. It's not something I would just tell about and say, oh, I'm going to leave. Which day did you get into marriage? It's called a marriage. It's an institution. We fail and we pass, we fail and pass. But my first fail, I didn't want to try again with him. Okay. It's not someone that you want to put in an effort with. No. If we were married 10 months and I barely saw him for 2 straight months.
In 10 months?
In 10 months. I barely saw this man. His first wife had the same problem. I'm his longest relationship and marriage. Wow. His first wife got married for 6 months. He's a serial marrier. He's a bigamist, actually, because his first wife They dated for only 3 months. It's a pattern. 3 months, married for 6 months, he ran away. He dated for 7 months, and we got married for only 10 months. It's a pattern with this man. The same complaints I have are the same complaints that she had. The only thing is that he could not. She's actually a taller person, so they didn't come to physical combat. But everything. I mean, this man was so broke he couldn't even afford even feeding for this girl, the first wife. Yet he stood up, left her in the house, never said a word to her, did not come back to that house again. Until today, she never saw him. I never knew all these things. She's my friend today. That's why I got to know about all these things. I was
actually going to ask, because he mentioned in an interview that you and his first wife had become friends.
Yes, we're friends today. Because she's the only person who actually knows what I've been through, what I'm going through. She's the only one.
What's her name?
Her name is Bimbo. Yes.
And she lives here in Lagos?
Yes. And when we were married, he always instigated a fight between the both of them, telling me things about her. I mean, he said, if I went by the way or by the things he said about her, I would never in 1,000 years, even after we broke up, talk to her.
But did you know about this? Did you know about the first marriage before you got married?
Yes, I knew about the marriage before I got married.
Okay.
But I did not know the marriage was over. Now, while dating him, I asked him 2 most important questions I always ask the guys the first time when I know that it's going to happen between us. I asked you, do you have a child?
Okay.
Are you married? He told me he does not have a child. And I believe that he has said that in a couple of interviews. Yes, that he does not have a child. Yeah. But Churchill, you have a daughter called Bimbo. You told me that she was, I don't want to call the word, that she was, that's why I call him an imbecile, because he said the girl was an imbecile. But I found out that she's not even an imbecile. She is a beautiful young lady who does not even know her father. You have, I don't even, maybe 10 years or either 12 years old daughter. Her name too is Bimbo, just like the first wife.
First wife. And she's not the daughter of the first wife. And she is not
the daughter of the first wife. That was a young relationship that they were growing up with. That was the first, and he not even a courtesy to say, you know what, let me celebrate my daughter on her birthday. But you want to celebrate my son because I am a celebrity. And you say you don't want me for my clouting, or you're not chasing me for clouting, or you didn't marry me to become popular. Then the other children that you have that are not from a celebrity, why don't you celebrate them? I even offered, if this girl will be good to herself and good to her God, she would tell the world. I even sent a message to her because I knew that he was not paying child support for that child. When I found out, he lied to me. It was the mother that exposed him. On a conversation carelessly like that, she just said, that's how they first, this thing, they just said something about her.
You contacted this Bimbo's daughter?
Yes, I told her, I said, let me pay child support for the girl.
Okay.
And the woman said to me, thank you, but no. You are not the father of my child. So I would not take a dime from you.
How did you get her contact? Was it Churchill that?
No, through the mother.
Okay.
Through the mother. And she said she was never going to, and I think a cousin of them, of theirs too. Okay. I asked them, she said she was not going to take a dime from, she's alive, her child is alive. Breathing.
Okay, let's go to the wedding. The wedding was private.
Yes.
Well, by some standards. Was there a reason for you having a private wedding?
Well,
was it your choice or his choice?
Even if I was going to get married tomorrow, I would still have few people from my side. Okay. Because I don't really have people that I say I want to come and celebrate my wedding with. It's a very private ceremony, and I'm not friends with a lot of people. I mean, you can come to my party. Anybody can come to my party. But a marriage, I just feel like a secret. But no, in this case, it was because we were broke. I was the one sponsoring the wedding, and there was nothing flamboyant. I was so pregnant. There was nothing flamboyant already. But notwithstanding, we had 250 guests. Yes. I have pictures. Where's my phone? Okay, I'll give it to you so you can slide as it. We had 200 guests. 200, no, over 200, no, I think I made preparations for 300 guests. Okay. But I think I heard that they were like seated, people that were seated comfortably, like 250 people. Then the whole village came out, they were everywhere because we had the ceremony in my father's hotel.
Okay.
But I just watched an interview of Churchy saying that we never had a wedding.
Yeah.
We never had a wedding. We had a wedding of over 250. You know, the thing is, the truth is, he can say we never had a wedding because he never paid for a wedding. I paid for the wedding, paid for his clothes, paid for his flights to come for his wedding, paid for the room he slept with me, on the bed he slept with me on the wedding day. I paid for that too. Actually, another man paid for the room. Yeah. I had to pay. I was just calling because I knew I was getting married to a broke man, and I knew that I had the only thing I had in my mind then. I didn't know he was Yahoo, but I had the fact that his lies, his constant lies of how things are going to be better, how people are owing him here, how his business that is just bad. I mean, I've been broke before, so and in business can be bad for everybody.
Of course.
So that's how it happened, and it was not the fact that I said, okay, you don't have, let me bring out. No, it was a fact like he was in Ghana. He said, oh, baby, keep spending. When I come, I will give to you. I have, look at the documents. All these documents here are written conversations, text messages.
So you paid for the wedding and everything else. Why? With the hope that he will refund? Or
No, it was, like I said, it was, what he told me was, go ahead and spend.
Okay.
I will refund when I come back into Nigeria.
Okay.
And when he came back into Nigeria, I did not see anything. The first money he gave me was 400,000, and the second one was 300,000. So making only 700,000 naira, Churchill gave me for my wedding.
Amazing. Let's talk about the ring.
No, I have to finish up this because this is a proof of that I paid for my wedding.
Okay.
These are phone conversations, WhatsApp conversations. You can see his number there. These are WhatsApp conversations of me asking him to bring me back my money, and also here. Also here, him telling me that he's ashamed of me asking him for my money that I spent on wedding, that it's a marriage, that it's supposed to be a together thing, that he does not have money, that he's going to give me only 3 million. At the end of the day, he paid me the money though. I told you, I said December, I knew I was going to leave. So I was doing everything in my possible best to get everything I wanted out of his hand and go. So the thing I was never going to leave. I was going to leave everything. I mean, I did so much for him. I was going to leave everything, but I was never going to leave the money I married him with.
Yes, because I see here that I say I will not pay for my own marriage. So if worst comes to worst,
people, it's there. It's the conversation. Look at it. He paid me back 10 million naira, and the 10 million naira came. The second, okay, since I've been with him, it's only twice that his Yahoo money has come. Like I told you, he has been broke till after our wedding. So when I traveled out of the country, because then I didn't give him space, so he said that I was always with him, so he could not work, he could not hustle. So when I went out from America, that was when his first money landed, when I went to give birth.
On the final episode, Tonto Dike reveals the result of the year-long custody battle between her and her ex-husband, and why she has chosen not to remain silent on her personal matters. Here's a snippet. See you on the next episode.
I cut them dry humping from the back. The reason why I couldn't have female workers is because of him. He sleeps with anything and skirts. In my head, this guy has a disease. He knows he has a sickness.
So Tonto, quite a number of people online have said that, oh, it is karma that your marriage ended because you had been the reason why most marriages also broke.
Half of the people who are saying all those things have never been proposed to. Churchill, Olakunle, Oladuni, Kunle does not take care of my son. I would not give birth to a child, train the child with my money while his father is out there lying that he's taking care of him.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Madam, go and bring us your husband. Okay, hello baby. We're in this together, okay? Can you hear me? Keep coming forward. Wait, stop. almost here. Keep going. You are here. Wow, you did it.
I'm just so glad I didn't have to use my cane to do this.
And I am so glad no other man got you before me. Let me be your eyes.
We will never stop working to give you a network you can rely on, so you can enjoy life's special moments. MTN, everywhere you go.
Country people, we dey thank una one that joined us on top News on the Hour for Plus TV Africa.
This na number 63 Massey Street for Itafaji, where building just collapsed by 10 a.m. this morning.
They say the Oga of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, don't tell federal government say if they provoke him, it go cause wahala for inside the country.
Because if the British citizen no be say you go enter Nigeria, come cause kasala, run go Britain, go stay in peace.
Them say na the diesel truck catch fire. As they try offload the diesel way they inside, come out. Fire department come, try quench the fire.
For the first time for Nigeria, every go enjoy television news for Ogbonge Pidgin English.
For more tori, make una kukuma follow us at Plus TV Africa on top Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Make una subscribe to our YouTube page and for Star Times on channel 308. My country people, you do also join us inside News on the Hour for Plus TV Africa. This one that I'm sorry where they make background for this very o'clock. My name, Nabetiana Unwili. One chieftain of the PDP, Senator Adesheye Ogunlewe, on Friday talks say ready to dump the opposition party for the ruling APC. This now in reaction to the recent defection of Impikin Muyosori from the PDP to the APC. Muyosori been contest for a place in the Lagos State House of Assembly on the platform of the PDP, but he not win, and soon after he announced his resignation from the PDP. He don't attend APC meetings for an area with other APC chieftains, including Bayo Oshinowo, a member of the State Assembly and a senator-elect for the Lagos East Senatorial District. The former minister talks said the issues where arise from the governorship election expose the fact that some people, they after money alone and the progress of the PDP, not there for their mind. The former minister talks say he will also join APC because he did convinced that the party will zone the presidency to the southwest in 2023, apart from being a better organized party. Ogunlewe talks say no one day left out of any arrangement to give the region the presidency for inside 2023. The Kogi High Court sitting in Cotton Cafe on Thursday don't nullify the removal of the State Chief Judge Justice Nasir Ajana by the State House of Assembly. The state lawmakers been done recommend the removal of Justice Ajana on April 2 over a resolution on alleged gross misconduct. The court also abolished the State House of Assembly decision in recommending Alhaji Yahaya Adamu, Chief Registrar of the State High Court, to the State Judicial Service Commission, JSC, for disciplinary action over alleged gross misconduct. The court claims say the Assembly resolutions they in clear violation of the orders of the court. For him, ruling, Justice Alaba Omolaye Ajileye of the High Court nullified the resolutions in the suit where the Chief Judge and the Chief Registrar of the court filed. On the recommendation of the Chief Registrar to the JSC for disciplinary action over alleged misconduct, Omolaye Ajileye don't rule say the Kogi State House of Assembly, they subject to the rule of law and them they required to obey and not break the law. The Federal Executive Council on Thursday approved 4.6 billion naira for the construction of 7 model schools today located in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alajimen of Antiretroviral Treatment Drugs. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje don't sack all permanent secretaries of their appointment with immediate effect. The talk person of the head of service, Mustafa Ibrahim Fage, will confirm this yesterday inside statement signed by the principal, Awal Naiya. Talk said the state get 33 permanent secretaries where they control several ministries, agencies and parastatals. The statement talks say, in line with the present administration resolve to vigorously pursue and implement the reform initiative embarked on upon since its inception, the cognizance of the need to further ensure greater efficiency in service delivery, as well as to reinvigorate the top echelon of the civil service, the Kano state government don't relieve all permanent secretaries of their appointments with immediate effect. The statement come also direct all the affected permanent secretaries to hand over to the most senior on or before Thursday, May 9, 2019. Gunmen wey dem suspect to be Fulani headsmen don't attack 3 communities for Gere local government area of Adamawa state and then kill 5 people. The villages of Moposa, Bankam and Wuro Hausa areas of Gari, they affected as an elderly man where they suffer from leg wounds and a blind man, as well as 3 youths don't they under control. Now that kind 4 people don't die as suspected headsmen and farmers don't clash for Iwoye area of Imekwa 4 local government stream, and they come pollute the water. Police talk said they don't free 2 Shell oil workers who then kidnapped for Nigeria oil-rich south 6 days after when gunmen colobi them. They can't kill their driver and their guard. Them colobi the Royal Dutch Shell oil workers on Thursday for Rivers State. Inside the attack, gunmen tackled their convoy by opening fire at the police guards to stop the motor, and then they killed the 2 policemen. But on Tuesday night, them free the workers. This now according to the Presido within 3 weeks.
It's almost